It's official. We have a new golden trio. HBO's upcoming Harry Potter reboot just revealed the young actors who will lead the new era of magic. Are you ready for it? After months of speculations, we now know who will take over the roles of Harry, Hermione, and Ron. The roles of the beloved trio will be played by these three promising new young talents. Dominic is our new Harry, Alfie will portray Ron Weasley, Arabella will star as the new Hermione Granger. Out of over 32,000 auditions, these three made it to the top. Officially cast as Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Showrunner Francesca Gardner and director Mark Malone stated that the talent of these three unique actors is wonderful to behold, and we cannot wait for the world to witness their magic together on screen. Arabella Staten, who many West End fans may recognize from Matilda, steps into the role of Hermione Granger. Meanwhile, Dominic and Alfie are relatively new to the screen, which is a sign that HBO is leaning more towards discovery and authenticity. This reboot is part of HBO's 10-year plan to retell each book as a season-long arc, promising a more faithful adaptation of the Harry Potter books. Here is all cast members that has been officially announced so far. John Lithgow as Albus Dumbledore, a veteran actor who is, fun fact, the voice for Lord Farquaad.
I am Lord Farquaad.
Janet McTeer as Minerva McGonagall, an award-winning actress who has actually crossed paths with our OG Harry, Mr. Radcliffe.
Hello.
In The Woman in Black. Papa Acidu as Severus Snape, known for his Emmy-nominated performance in I May Destroy You. Nick Frost as Rubius Hagrid, recognized for his work in Shaun of the Dead and Paul, both hilarious movies. Luke Thalon as Professor Quirrell, primarily a theater actor. And last but not least, Paul Whitehouse as Argus Filch, a British comedian who was the voice for these characters in Corpse Bride, and also the March Hare in Alice Through the Looking Glass. It'll be very exciting to see how these new actors will interpret the character and what new fresh perspectives they will bring, and also how they will fill the moments that were left out of the original movies. So let's be real, the fandom of Harry Potter goes hard, and the movies with the original cast members are so beloved, it almost feels like a crime to quote-unquote replace them, because you can't. Well, the new reboot is actually not doing that either, so. But I just can't help to think like that sometimes. And that's why you need to remind yourself that this is not a movie to TV series adaptation. This is a book to TV series adaptation. The books were cut down a lot for the movies, so this TV series is kind of here to fill the gaps that the movies couldn't and dive deeper for a second chance to bring the book to life with more accuracy. But why? Why redo it? Fans are already debating whether this reboot is even necessary, especially since the original films are so beloved and widely watched. There's also fans a little confused over why this reboot is being created, since many of us would have loved to see an expansion of the stories. Like, imagine going back to the Founders era with Godric Gryffindor and Salazar Slytherin, or a new series exploring the teenage lives of Lily Evans, James Potter, Narcissa Black, and Lucius Malfoy. I'm getting hyped just thinking about if that was in the making. But that would be for our generation that grew up with Harry Potter, while HBO's goal is to introduce the wizarding world to a new audience for those who didn't grow up watching the movies in the theaters. Imagine if Mr. Beast would take over this production.
We are surviving 7 days in Chamber of Secrets for $5 million.
I'm sorry for that. So let's see. Will the series live up to the promise of going deeper into the source material? Will it win over the longtime fans or stir up some new backlash? That remains to be seen. We've already seen backlash over previous casting decisions, like the controversial reaction to a black actor being casted as the new Snape, which I covered a full video on. Go watch it after this video. At the end of the day, comparing this reboot to the movies is inevitable, but maybe, just maybe, there's a space in the fandom for both. For the story we grow up with, and for something new. So what do you guys think? Okay, let's test this in the comments. Comment if you would rather see this reboot, or if you would have rather seen an expansion of the story. And if so, comment which story. As always, stay nerdy, stay kind, and stay out of Azkaban. Bye guys!